Hello and welcome to sunny Rye on the south coast of the UK. It's a beautiful day and we're going to go sailing, aren't we?
Yeah, we're going to go sailing. You're going to see that in a minute.
But it's not in England that we're going sailing. We're going back to Thailand to do that. Why are we here, Liz?
We're here because this is where I come from. It's my hometown. It's where my grandparents were married and where my mum lives. And I'm here visiting my mum, who's not too good at the moment. Right behind me is one of our favourite pubs, the Wipers, and we've got the castle and so forth. It's a great place. It's very nautical. So we thought it'd be quite nice to do the introduction from here so you can see where we were when we go back to the UK.
Yeah. Okay, well we're here for another month, but fear not. We have some sailing action and more importantly, we have some fishing action by our resident fishing expert. So let's go and see her in action.
It's a good one. I hope you enjoy it.
Not a breath of wind here, is there? Look at that water.
We're looking at places we'd like to see. We know we're going to head out to Phuket. We've got about 10 days to do it.
So why have we got 10 days?
Because we haven't checked into Thailand yet, and if you go to the Phuket area you're supposed to check in there. Even if you've checked in down here, it's all very muddled. So we have checked out of Malaysia, and then if we check in Phuket, they'll allow you a certain amount of time.
Yeah, and the other thing we're trying to do, of course, is to break up this journey into easy hops, because what we don't want to be doing is night sailing, really, because of all the fishing boats. It can get very confused at night time, so really we're looking for
We'd do it if we had to, but
yeah,
and it's
I mean,
not far.
you could just run straight up there in a day and a night, easy.
But since we've got a little bit of time, from what we understand, it's worth sort of hopping. Koh Lipe, maybe.
So current plan then is to just do a couple more of the Butang Islands and then get up to a place called Petra or Phetra, which just coincides nicely between there and halfway between there and Ko Lipe. Then from Ko Lipe to Koh Lipe, and then just maybe up to Ao Shillong to check in. Of course, once we're checked in, there's nothing to stop us from coming back down these islands as well. So.
Or going and playing up round here for a bit.
Having decided roughly in which direction to head in order to get to Phuket, we weigh anchor from Ko Lipe on a hot morning. Since the boat is pointing into the wind, whilst tied to the mooring, we get the mizzen and the mainsail out. After getting out the sails, Jamie unties the snubber, which is the hook attached to a rope that's in turn attached to the anchor chain. This acts as a spring to take the strain off the anchor chain in rough seas. Although, to be honest, the sea state lately has been rather flat. It's questionable as to whether we'd get a sail in at all today. Despite the light winds, we decide to take the Yankee, our headsail, out.
So there she is. This is our Yankee. This is the first time we've got her out in how many months, Liz? How many years?
More deep, so it's 2013.
2 years.
Yeah.
2 years. This is the first time we've got it out. There's not much wind, but it's all about getting the sail out and turning that engine off and listening to the sound of that water lapping the hull. How many knots are we doing?
We've got boat speed.
Over ground.
Oh, over ground? 2.5 knots.
2.5 knots, eh? And wind speed?
Wind speed is...
True wind.
3.5.
3.5 knots true.
Yeah. Sorry, 4.5.
4.5. There we go.
5.
It's not so bad.
4 and 5.
Liz is just inspecting the foot of the sail because when we had our problems on the Indian Ocean we had to make some repairs, and she hand stitched the bottom of that sail there. Yeah. She did a bloody good job because it's still in one piece.
We're only doing 5 knots because I don't think it would take much.
Well,
big hole there.
Yeah, there's a couple of holes in the sail.
We're going to have to replace it,
yeah.
There's no question. This one's going to be replaced. And if we can afford to do staysail, we will, but I'm not sure we can do it. But the headsail has to be replaced. And the other two, they're in mast reefing anyway, so they never get the best shape in the world, and I think they're okay. But
they're not bad.
They're not bad.
Yeah.
If anything, they might need patching, but it's that headsail, isn't it? It's had it.
So we're heading northeast again, having left the little anchorage by Ko Lipe, and in the distance there, approximately there, is an island called Rawi, and that runs all the way like so. And we understand that there is a fresh water pipe that runs down to the shore from a waterfall, which you can actually trek to in the forest, so or the jungle. Forest, jungle, rainforest, and that fresh water will allow us to have showers and do some washing and get rid of these salty shirts that I seem to be wearing at the moment.
At a slow pace we make our way towards Adang and Butang, the 2 islands to the west of Ko Lipe. This gives us a chance of taking what it feels like to sail properly with no engine. Finally. We sail right up to Butang, the uninhabited island to the southwest of Adang, where we find Neil of sailing yacht Scarlet.
Ahoy, Scarlet!
That's what we were going to do. What's it? Have you anchored over there?
Yeah, there's a mooring thing up.
Someone's taken it.
Yeah, we anchored there.
That's 60 on top.
Okay then.
Oh, I didn't know you were there. That colour.
We drop the hook in this beautiful anchorage and, with Esper safely tucked away from potential prevailing southwesterlies, Jamie throws an impromptu lesson in how to dive.
For many years I was a swimmer from our local town swimming club. One of the things you learn is a proper racing dive. So here goes. Look how fast this tide is. Here is to Esper's first sail with a headsail.
Yes, it worked.
Wasn't exactly fast, but it was really enjoyable. Wasn't far either. It's just a hop
No.
across. So we ended up in on the Butang Islands, the actual island called Butang.
Yeah.
So these islands are called the Butang Islands.
And this is it, the main one. And this is supposed to be the beginning of the off season, and it's absolutely perfect. And some clever holiday makers are here because there's a few long-tail boats taking them around the islands. When they've gone, it'll just be us, and there's a couple more yachts up there. Cheers.
Cheers. It's 5 o'clock in the evening. The longtails have stopped whizzing past. It's a little bit quieter, the wind has calmed, but the sound of the forest is coming alive with crickets and various tropical birds whooping away, and we have decided to go for a little cruise in our dinghy. So Liz is just preparing the lines. We're going to hop in the dinghy and just head over to those little islands over there, only about 200-300 metres away towards the west, and maybe just come back across the little shallow reef that you can just see there.
Our personal sunset cruise didn't last long, as I managed to hook a grouper within 2 minutes of trolling a line.
Yeah,
So this is the first time we've ever
literally. Whoa, in he comes. There we go, look.
First time.
We've only just been out for 2 minutes. And already we have a fish. We didn't bring a bucket, did we?
No. Grouper.
That was literally from over there, 2 minutes of motoring along this reef.
We can eat this.
Good stuff, right.
Oh,
Half a
any
barbecue
pliers
there.
either.
Call herself a fisherman, eh?
Didn't think I'd catch anything. Should we go back and get the bucket?
We cruised around the beautiful clear waters in our dinghy as my fishing hit rate kept increasing.
Okay, well, this is ridiculous. Another 2 minutes along. I'm sorry I can't film and steer the boat at the same time, but you can see how clear the water is.
Well, it looks like
Ooh,
a what's a reef?
some kind of reef
Fish
fish.
for
Yeah.
Millie.
There we go.
He's beautiful.
Looks very tasty. Oh, I think she has another one.
It's going to be fish stew.
Fish stew, yeah?
Yep.
Sounds good to me.
I've got two in one. Whoa, 2 in 1.
Two the same. Wow, look at that.
I don't know how I'm going to get those off.
So Liz, how long have we been out here fishing?
10 minutes, something like that.
And how many fish have you caught?
4.
So do you want to tell us a bit more about your technique and...
Well, we've never done this before. We've never taken the dinghy out and trolled off the back of the dinghy. I've fished but never trolled, so I just used a really small lure, this one, and they're going mad for it. It's you know, the sun's going down, it's a good time to do it. Trouble is that they've got 2 hooks with 3 barbs on each hook, and so I'm finding it quite difficult to take the hooks out, particularly because I didn't bring any pliers, because I didn't think I'd actually catch anything, because this is just an experiment. But at the moment we've got 4 fish, which is enough to make a fish stew with.
So give us a bit of technical information for the nerds out there who want to know technique and speed and all that.
I don't even know what this is, if we can eat it. So we've got 3 horsepower 2-stroke engine and a quarter boat, and I don't know what's our speed.
Well, I don't know, it's probably 3 to 5 knots.
Is it that much?
So yeah, it's sort of jogging speed, I suppose.
So it's enough for the little lure here to do its work, which is to look like a fish. You know, it goes, looks like a fish. Well, these guys obviously thought it did. And just on a simple spool with a 40-pound line, let it all the way out and just hang on to it.
With 2 grouper and 2 bream, we have enough fish for supper, so we bring the line in and motor back to Esper just as the sun dips below the horizon. It isn't long before a certain feline hears us approach from the stern of the boat and starts to sniff out some rather familiar and tasty smells.
Look, there's fish.
Very difficult.
Try not to
Normally-
get gutting.
Jamie, who hasn't gutted and filleted a fish in a while, attempts to break the neck of the first grouper and then do his magic. It's fairly difficult for 2 reasons. A, the knives have not been sharpened in a season, and B, Millie insists in sticking her nose in where it's not wanted.
I remember that time when we caught fish and put them in the sink, and I started filleting them about an hour later, and they were still writhing around even though I'd cut them in half.
Remember what they were?
The ones that I was just talking about. They were the, I think it was mackerel.
Mackerel.
Another rather splendid sunset from Esper's cockpit. And over there you can just hear the sound of the gentle waves lapping against the rocks. That's the reef we caught our fish on. Bit of a struggle with those small fish. It's been a while since I filleted fish, and normally they're a bit bigger than that, but by the end of it we got enough meat to make us something. I think Lizzie's going to make a bouillabaisse, so she's going to make a fish stock, and then at the last minute she's going to throw in the fish chunks, but not to be eaten today. A bouillabaisse takes 24 hours, so we're going to have to wait till tomorrow for that. In the meantime, I think it's time for a sundowner.
In our last episode, we waxed lyrical about the gorgeous sunsets from the anchorages around Langkawi, but the sunrise next morning over our dang takes some beating.
So we awoke to a rather splendid sunrise. Well, you couldn't really see the sun because it was hidden by storm clouds over a dang. And now it's raining. So Liz, what are the implications for us liveaboards when it rains?
We get wet. Boat gets wet, which is good because then it gets clean. And if we have lots of rain, then we collect it in buckets and things, and we can even put some back in the water tanks.
And what about a lack of sun?
Yeah, so we get our energy during the day from our solar panels, and then when you've got cloud cover like this, you're not drawing too much energy. So yeah, it's a bit it's not very good. We don't have a wind generator, so we do rely on our solar panels.
Well, we do have a generator though, don't we? A portable generator, I should say, not a marine generator.
We've got a portable little Honda petrol fuel generator, which we don't really use very much. We just use it in emergencies if we really need it. The other way you can top up your batteries obviously is to run the engine for a bit. So there you go.
So it stopped raining and we've taken the dinghy out into a little bay just opposite the boat, and as we came over we noticed these rather strange looking, I don't know how you describe them really, cross between a jellyfish and an anemone.
There's loads of them and they're just floating on the water.
In fact, yesterday we saw just the bodies. Maybe it wasn't the bodies, maybe they were floating past in their hundreds. And from the boat they looked like petals.
We later learned that these sea creatures are called blue buttons and appeared in Odd Stuff magazine's 17 most beautiful jellyfish in the world. Except they're not actually jellyfish. The Porpita porpita is, according to our sources, a marine organism consisting of a colony of hydroids. They are found all over the world from California to the tropical Pacific. We land the dinghy on the beach and take a stroll along the shore.
So just wandered up the little beach and into the dense forest here. As you can see, it's pretty thick. You'd probably only walk about 20 metres in there, and then you'd need a machete to get through any further. The sound of the crickets is pretty strong, but in the morning we can hear birdsong as well, although they seem to have calmed down and gone quiet middle of the day now. But we have heard monkeys fighting, and much as I'd love to get a close-up of a monkey, they're pretty aggressive animals, so if I do see one I'll be running in the other direction. Of that you can be sure.
The tide's reclined so far we have to row across the reef to get out. I managed to catch more fish off the shallow coral, but unfortunately we lose one of our lures. Jamie takes a quick look with a snorkel, but it's gone for good.
Sorry, I brought the camera back because it was too much splashing.
We head back to the boat and cook up another fresh fish dinner before going ashore once more for a sundowner by the fire. Hope you enjoyed the video. It's really nice to do some sailing because that's really what it's all about. That's really the greatest joy of what we're trying to do, and we don't always manage to do it.
I thought it was about fishing.
Yeah, it was about fishing too, because that's another joy, particularly of mine and certainly of Millie's. And I just wondered if anyone who's seen our previous videos has seen any difference in how we're recording now, Jamie.
Well, more to the point, can you hear any difference? Because thanks to our Patreon supporters, we reached our first target last month, and it wasn't until we've got back to the UK we're actually able to purchase our much needed external microphone. So these intros and outros are now being recorded with our fabulous external microphone. You probably noticed in that last episode there was a bit of wind as we were sailing very gently across the waters. Well, with this new microphone, hopefully we're going to get round that problem.
Yeah, and hopefully the sound will get better and improve, and you'll see that a little further down the line. And I think there's something else you wanted to say?
Yeah, so we get a lot of comments on our YouTube channel and on Facebook, and I wanted to make the point that a number of people write in with suggestions and ideas, and the point I wanted to make was that we do take these ideas on board.
We do, and some of them are really, really good.
But there is a slight delay, you'll have noticed, between us recording the clips and when we publish them. So those of you that have got in touch have given us some great ideas about what to do on our introduction animation, and especially the interviews with the sailors as well. We've had a couple of conversations with people about how to improve and tweak these. We've taken the ideas on board. You will see some changes. There will just be a slight delay as we play catch up.
Yeah, because we're a couple of months behind over here, as you know. As we've already said, we're in Rye in Sussex at the moment, but Jamie will be heading back to Thailand very soon, and hopefully I'll be following him.
Little peek of what's happening in next episode. We take you to the beautiful island of Ko Lipe and jump in the dinghy and head to some of those gold and sandy shores. But it's not all sun, sea and sand, I'm afraid, because whilst we're there we have to contend with a huge super tropical storm.
Very, very, very dark clouds. If I was sailing now heading towards that, I think I would be pooing my pants.
Okay, hope you look forward to the next episode, and in the meantime,
Follow the boat!
Follow the boat!
Follow the boat! Woo! 跟随那个船
Follow the boat! Follow the boat!
Do it with an Irish accent.
To be sure, to be sure.
Yeah.